Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. This video finds us in our Battlemaster Hellslinger. Now, I'm reviewing this hero mech as well as other hero mechs as part of PGI's ongoing Beach Party event. This event should be running from the date of posting of this video clear through August 4th, 2022. Now, among the loot bags and treasures to be earned, there is an option to choose an absolutely free hero mech. This is something PGI does not do often. The hero mechs typically cost you MC, so don't miss this opportunity. And to help you with your choice process, I'm going to try to review as many hero mechs as possible to help you choose the right one for you. Our drop for this video is a skirmish match, and we are on Grim Plexus. Now, I'm going to make a promise to you. You want to watch this video clear through the end because you're in for a wild and woolly ride on this drop. There's going to be some big surprises in the mech review, and at the end there may even be some bonus material that you'll want to catch. So, taking a look at this mech, the Hellslinger, straight from the showroom floor, here's what you can expect under the hood. In stock configuration, you get 2 PPCs, 4 medium lasers, 3 SRM2 streaks. That means you have a 52 alpha. Your top speed is going to be 64.8 kph. And you have a 1.26 heat efficiency. So the build is going to be a little bit toasty out of the gate. Now, another important thing for us to review is the quirks that come with this specific mech, and this is where you're going to get some big surprises. So the first thing we look at is the armor quirks. There are some generous armor quirks, and pay attention to the armor quirks because if you look at the overall build, you'll have some really tanky, beefy arms for shielding, which is a huge bonus for survivability. Now, on the weapons side, the big one here is you get a +1 HSL heat scale limit, and that bonus applies to snub-nose PPCs, so you can fire an additional snub-nose PPC without racking up any ghost heat. There are also some additional quirks that pair nicely with this, and that is the fact that you have a bonus to your PPC velocity of 20%, you have a 10% cooldown bonus, and you have a 10% heat generation bonus as well. So that helps out with some of that toastiness that we talked about out of the gate. In battle, good intel is king, and to make you king of your battlefield, this mech comes with a target information gathering boost of 20%. That means you can quickly see your enemy's loadout and the status of their mech to identify weak and or open components that you need to focus. And finally, in our quirks department, this is the most unique one there is. This mech comes with an external heat transfer of -50%. Now, some of you out there are saying, what the heck is that? Well, to put it simply, think about it as insulation. It impacts the amount of heat gain or loss from external sources. So things like map temperatures, standing in water, or an external source such as flamers, -50%. So it's something you don't see every day, and it's definitely a unique twist on this mech. So checking the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see my loadout is way different from the stock loadout, so I've made some important changes. The first one is I lost one of the medium lasers. I'm down to 3 medium lasers, but that gives me the extra energy slot to swap out the 2 PPCs in favor of 3 snub-nose PPCs, and I've also exchanged the SRM2 streaks for just 3 regular SRM2s, that last one being just personal preference. So what that does for me is I've increased my alpha from 52 to 57.9. speed remains the same at 64.8 kph. The extra room and weight that I've saved allows me to add 2 more heat sinks, so 8 heat sinks total, which gives me a 1.37 heat efficiency rating. So I pack a bigger punch and don't build up as much heat as the stock loadout. So jumping back into this match real quickly, it's been one heck of a slugfest. I'm very frustrated at this point. My team has been stuck in the low ground at Hotel 6, Hotel 7. There's enemy units in front of us preventing us from pushing forward too far towards Gulf 8 for most of the match. The rest of their team has been harassing us with lights running through our lines and several units on the high ground above us lobbing shots in, including a very, very pesky Marauder who's up there between the buildings. So I've been looking in various directions, trying to find out a way that I can push out of this low ground and be more effective. We did duke it out with an Atlas earlier in the match. We did manage to hurt him quite badly and open up his right torso before backing off. And we're also looking for additional targets of opportunity. So this is boiled down to just figuring out a way to push out of this low ground. I don't like being in kill zones in the low ground. And of course now we're being pushed by the enemy Locust yet again. However, this time he overstays his welcome. I'm able to focus him and swat him down quite severely. I also see that there could be an opening for us to push out of this low ground. I want to use the terrain on my left side to get the angle on the Marauder and put some pressure on him, and hopefully that will take some of the pressure off of my teammates. So I'm going to swing around using the cover that is provided by the terrain to get an angle on him, but I quickly look at my mini-map and see an enemy Highlander is electing to push my units that were left behind. We'll do a quick alpha into his back. That will end his match for him as we rack up our 3rd kill. And now we get back to the task at hand, and that is focusing this Marauder. So when I keep pushing him using the terrain for cover, I want to get as close as possible to bring him into my most efficient weapons range. I also notice some of the enemy units are starting to push our old position in Hotel 6. I'll throw down some cover fire. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but if I can do a little damage and or distract them for a moment and buy my teammates some time, it's worth it. Meanwhile, the Marauder has relocated, also using the terrain to his advantage, and now we are face to face. I noticed his left torso was weak. Managed to take that left torso. Hopefully that messes with his heat management and it shuts him down. Speaking of shutting down, my heat management isn't going so well either. I do have to tell you, in all honesty, this mech that I'm currently playing is only about 2/3 of the way skilled, so I'm still suffering from not being fully skilled out, but it looks like I'm winning the war of attrition here, and the heat management on the Marauder is worse than my heat management at the moment, and we managed to get the kill shot, racking up our 4th kill. Checking the scoreboard real quickly, we see it is 11 versus 11, so it's 1-on-1 at this point. I do not know what enemy mech is left, and I don't know what position he's in. My teammates aren't giving me any intel to help me with that decision making, so I've just got to kind of circle around and look for him. I see low signal, and lo and behold, we find the final enemy mech unit, and it is a Nightjar. Not just a Nightjar, but a Nightjar Jade Kite. And interestingly enough, I got a request from one of my subscribers to do a review on the Nightjar Jade Kite. So here we go. We're going to do a 2-for-1 special, the Hellslinger and the Jade Kite. And I have to say, after getting the kill shot on the Jade Kite, I have to side with the Hellslinger as being the superior mech of the 2 chassis. So going over to our end screen on this one, we wind up with 5 kills, 3 solos, 1,118 damage done. And looking at the Nightjar, he had an excellent game. 4 kills, 700 damage done, which is very, very good, but I think the all-ballistic build made him run out of ammunition in the end.